Hi, and welcome to You in the Spotlight podcast. My name is Mihaela Vlad. I am your host. I am an advertising strategist for women who are building their business around their personal brand. And I have created this podcast because I want to bring in the spotlight other women entrepreneurs who are building their business around their personal brand and they have a story to tell. I want to hear their story. I want to share their story because in this way together we can find more inspiration and more tips on how to go one step further in our business. Also, in some episodes, I am going to share from my experience. I am going to share tips and strategies on how to get more reach and how to convert your followers on Facebook, so you can create a better strategy and you can get the most from the Facebook platform where you are building your business. Also, I want to invite you to go and join our Facebook group. It's the You in the Spotlight community. It's a free Facebook group where you can meet with the other guests and you will have more training and more tips on advertising strategies from me. So see you there. Hi, Em, and thank you very much for accepting my invitation to be part of our show. And let me introduce you to our audience. So this is Em. She's a business growth strategist and the success mindsetaholic. She works with passion-driven experts to scale impactful and profitable businesses to 6 and 7-figure mark using her unique EMD framework. Whether it's a company with a solid business plan, without a solid business plan, or a multi-8+ figure company with various investors, she knows exactly how to navigate through the ups and downs and take that startup to the next level fast. So, Em, can you please start by telling me more about your business, about what you do and your story? How did you get started?
Yes, of course. So I'm a French Canadian. I grew up in a small village up north Quebec in Canada. So when I was 15, I left and I moved to Montreal to start my life over without my family. And when I was 20 years old, I invested in my first restaurant. So I've been an entrepreneur for 10 years now. I sold my restaurant when my mother got sick and she got cancer, and I wanted to be next to her before she passed. So for 2 years, I studied back into school into fitness and wellness, and I started an online business into health and wellness while she was sick. When she passed away, I sold everything that I own. I left to Italy and I moved to Italy, and I've been traveling to 43 countries since. What I do now, I sold this health and wellness company, and now I'm a digital growth strategist, like you mentioned. So what I do is I help people that have a business or that are experts into something. Sometimes it can be a doctor, a lawyer, or someone that wants to have an online course, an application, or they want to have a membership site and they want to have a passive income product into their business. So I help them grow and scale their businesses like that. I'm also a success mindset speaker. So I speak a lot about mindset related things, time management and productivity. And I'm the founder of Zero to CEO, which is an entry level mastermind where I teach people how to go from zero to CEO.
I like the name. I like very much the name of your mastermind, from zero to CEO, which is
very catchy.
Yeah, it's inspiring.
Yeah.
I like it. And tell me, as a woman who are building her business around her personal brand, because you are the face of your business.
Yeah.
How is it? Can you give me some insights from behind the scene?
Well, I was modeling actually for a little while, and I had a very hard time being in front of people. I didn't want to watch my runways. I didn't want to watch my pictures after my photo shoot, and I was really, really private and very, very secret about everything that I did back then. And it's only when I started to actually get clients telling me that, oh my God, if I had found you before, I would have hired you before, that I understood that I needed to use myself to talk about what I do and position myself as an expert online, which I am, but I had a hard time saying at, I wanted to be behind the scene. I wanted to be behind the camera for my client's business, but they wouldn't find me that way. So when I changed that and I decided to put myself in front of my company, I actually changed the name of my company from a company name until my own name. I'm now Em Ducharme Corporation, and I started positioning myself as my own brand. And it completely transformed my company. And now I can speak on podcasts like this and talk to people by really talking about what it's like to be an entrepreneur, what it's like to have an online business, and what type of success do you need to be successful.
And how do you feel that actually impact your life? It's you said your business is better.
Yeah.
Ever since you started representing your brand, but you feel more comfortable, you feel like you are in a vulnerable position, or how do you feel like being?
It's empowering to be able to make your decisions, but it's also, you always have a responsibility, because it's you, since you are your own brand, you need to be aware of the actions you're taking and the image you're projecting. But I decided that I wanted to be authentic and wanted to stay myself no matter what I was doing or where I was. And I decided that if someone doesn't like the type of person that I have, the type of personality that I have, then I just don't want them in my audience or in my clients list. So ever since, I've been really authentic and really myself, and I'm just exactly who I am in private that I am in professional settings. I've been really happy about that.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. And can you tell me a bit about what are the pros and cons?
Pros and cons?
Yes, in being the front of, being
a personal
yeah.
I would say that one of the pros is that it's really scalable, because people recognize you, and then you can be positioning yourself as a leader. You can inspire people, which is really hard to do if you're a product brand. But when you're a personal brand, it's easy to inspire people, because people follow you for who you are. And then whatever you do, once they love you, they're going to want to be part of it. So a lot of my clients, they just repeatedly buy whatever I do, just because they want to be in my energy all the time, because my energy is contagious, and that's what inspires them into doing that. The only con I would say is that your life becomes really public, because you're the front of the company. And it happened to me in the past that I'm in the store, and then someone asks, oh, are you the girl from Instagram? And sometimes you don't want to be social. Sometimes you want to stay in your private life. So that's the little cons, but at the same time, it's fun to be recognized, because then you know that people actually care about you and what you have to say online.
Yeah, that's correct. And this is how I feel, because I'm in the same situation. Yeah. Tell me what inspires you, what motivates you every day to do what you do, because like you said earlier, you have a very busy schedule.
Yeah, I do have a busy schedule, but I like it that way, and I love the fact that I'm the one that makes my own schedule. So I am going to decide exactly who I talk to, who do I serve, and what do I do, what do I create. Nobody else is telling me what to do, so I get to choose. And I only choose things that makes me feel happy and joyful and full of love. My clients are amazing, because I choose who I work with. So I'm always excited. They become like my friends. I'm really excited for them to build businesses and make money and their purpose, and help them share their gifts to the world. That's really inspiring for me, because I feel that my work impacts my clients' work, and then their work impacts the rest of the world. So that inspires me to keep going every day.
Oh, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. We all have our own why, and yeah, yours is very, very inspiring. And can you tell me do you have a struggle now in your business, or a challenge, or something that you did had and overcome, and you would like to share with us?
I had a couple ones. Imposter syndrome was a big one, because I felt like, since I look young, since I'm a woman, since I don't have all the credential that everybody has, I felt like I was not good enough. And even though I have 10 years experience in my industry, even though I worked with large corporations. Even though I've had like multiple six figures contracts, I still felt like I was not good enough to charge my worth. And it took a lot of inner work for me to not feel like an imposter and understand that I do have my place in that industry. This is one of the challenge that I've come through in the past. The other one was to be scared of the judgments of other people. So like to be able to share things from my heart and share things that are very vulnerable and stories that nobody has ever heard about me before, and be able to share it without thinking what are people going to think? Are people going to judge me? Do people think I am whiny? Like I like to stop thinking about what people judge and just to focus into who needs to hear that message, because I know some people needs to hear that message today, and that's the people I want to talk to, and not to think about the people that are going to be thinking negative things about what I have to say, are the two things that I had to overcome. And today I'm really happy of doing what I do, and I'm really happy with the results of my work. So it was worth it to overcome those challenges.
Yeah, this is the way how we grow. This
Yes.
is the way we grow, that by overcoming challenges. I would like to dig a bit deeper into the mindset work that you are doing. Can you give us some advice for other people, other women who are listening to us?
Yes.
In regards with this?
Yeah, well, the first thing is to understand that our brains have neurotransmitters that are talking to each other. So for one example, when you have negative self-talk, like I cannot do something, I'm not good enough, I'm too new, I'm annoyed at this thing, this is not working. All this negative self-talk gets wired into your brain, and the more you say it, the more you're gonna believe it's true. And if you do the opposite, if you start thinking, I'm not new, I'm better than I was yesterday, and I'm not bad, I'm better than I was yesterday, and I'm not a failure, I'm just trying new things, and not everything is gonna work out. Like when you start switching your self-talk into a positive self-talk, it's gonna do a whole sea of changes into your life. I see this a lot with my clients when they start working with me. Oh, I tried this, it's annoying, it didn't work. And then I'm like, no, I do not ever want to hear you say annoying again. I want you to say, I tried and it didn't work. What else is gonna work? Like always find a solution, always find the brighter side, always find the positive into the negative. And when they do shift that, it's not only their business is getting better, but their life in general, their relationships with themselves, but with their partners and their friends and their business is all like blooming, because they start seeing the bright side. And when you're positive, you attract positivity. So you attract more money, you attract more clients because people want to be in your aura. You attract a better relationship because people want to spend more of their time with you. So it's really important to have positive self-talk. And the more you do that, the more your neurons in your brain are going to start wiring positive transmission instead of negative one. And it's really important to do that. That's the first thing. If you catch yourself having negative self-talk, switch this right away.
And if you are going to give us one piece of advice, one that we should consider first, which one will be?
Have a morning routine. That's one of the first things that I do with my clients as well, is to evaluate their morning routine, because your morning routine is doing the first impression of your day. So your morning routine is going to be what's aligned with the rest of the day. So if you start with your day being lazy and procrastination and not wanting to get anything done and not excited for the day, the rest of the day is going to have the same beat. So you need to set the mood right when you wake up. I do this by, first of all, I do journaling. I do visualization. So I visualize what I want for my day to look like. And then when I take a shower, I cleanse my energy. I imagine the water dripping off me is like negative energy, and the new water coming on me is positive energy. And then I'm ready to start my day being positive and productive. That's one of the first important things to do when you start your day.
Oh, that's a very good tip. The one with the water that cleans your energy. Never heard of it. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it because I practice morning routine, and ever since I started, it helped me a lot. to change a lot of things and improve a lot of things in my life, in my business, in my personal relationships, in everything.
Yeah.
It's very important. And I was struggling to keep up with this in the beginning, to be consistent, because it's easy to start, but was difficult to be consistent. And what I learned is that every time I stopped being consistent and doing this, I was coming back into my old me, and I felt like, what is the difference between having a morning routine and not having it?
Yes,
Whichever it is, you can choose whatever is good for you, but it's important to,
have fun. But it's like a muscle, and it's like working out at the gym. You can work out for a month and you're going to see major results on your body. But then if you stop working out for 1 week, it's like you have to start over, because now you have to lift weights that are not as heavy, and like you don't have the same strength anymore, and then it hurts more when you work out. So once you stop doing the mindset work, it's like a muscle. You have to start and then you go backwards. So you should always exercise your mindset muscles every single day for it to stay strong.
Yeah, totally with you with this. And yeah, like I said, I did experience this and totally agree. Once you start, it's just about finding a way to keep it consistent.
Yes.
When I stopped, my first experience was, I started 6 months, almost 6 months, and then I don't know why all of a sudden I couldn't do it. And if you don't do it one day, then it's the same next day and next day. And for a few months I stopped, and I just did my morning routine for once in a while. And then when I had to start again, I had to start over. I didn't start from where I left it.
Yeah.
It was like just starting over again and start to build the muscle again. Yeah. So I would like to ask you if you can tell us how people can contact you, and if you have an offer now, how people can access your offer.
Yes, of course. The easiest way to reach me is on Instagram. I'm on Instagram and I post on Instagram stories about behind the scene of my work every day. So it's Em.Ducharme. And I will also offer to your audience a free business success blueprint mini course that they can download. I'll send you the link. So in that 5 days mini course, they will learn how to grow and scale their business and their personal brand. It's all focused on personal brands.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm going to put a link in the description, and I'm going to put a link in the comments as well when I post on Facebook, so people can actually take advantage of on this offer. And thank you so much for being here with us, and I'm sure all the women who will listen to us will get a lot of value from this.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to go and join our You in the Spotlight community, the free Facebook group, where you will meet the other guests and you will meet other women entrepreneurs who are walking on the same path, and you will get more training on how to reach more customers and how to create your advertising strategy. See you there.